Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, I play reviews, series of videos I do for the wine. I go over their try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's a sub sandwich review, which, if you watch my channels, you should already know. And you should know the whole spiel that's going to be coming, but it's still going to be coming, because I have to do it every time. So for people who might not know, damn it, I'm still building the channel. But anyway, it's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on a bit. Whilst I'm yammering on a bit, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck and yammering on a bit, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like the super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I... Excuse me. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Sleepwalker shirt. What with the Sleepwalker, and then he's got the crazy eye beams, and they're not laser eyes. I forget exactly what the hell they're called off the top of my head, but he has a whole, like, warp vision thing, and it's super cool. And if you're not familiar with the character of Sleepwalker, that's perfectly understandable. Even amongst his peers of the day, because he was like an early 90s comic book creation when Marvel, specifically, like, they were trying to roll out a lot of new generation characters. You know, he came out around the same time, I think almost the exact same time as the character Darkhawk, who's another favorite of mine. They came out just a little bit after the debut of Moon Knight, who, of course, has done pretty well for himself. Now he's got his own show. That three pretty much make up my trifecta of favorite Marvel superheroes. Moon Knight, Darkhawk, and Sleepwalker. Love them all. Sleepwalker is definitely the third out of the three. Moon Knight's obviously done really well for himself. Darkhawk is one of those characters where it's like every now and again somebody wants to do something with him. Every now and again they want to bring the character back. Sleepwalker is like every decade or so, maybe someone will be like, what if we did like a little limited series for the guy? Toss him a bone. But I love Sleepwalker. Anyway, what am I reviewing for y'all, folks? What are we doing here? It is a sub-sandwich review. With it being a sub-sandwich review, I have to preface it with three things. Number one, I have been going on sub-sandwich adventures for over half a year now. At the time I'm doing this particular review, I have scoured pretty much my entire local area, hitting up delis, hitting up gas stations, hitting up chain locations, pretty much everywhere I can hit. To that effect, I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs, which is just my sub-sandwich adventures. So if you're interested in my sub-sandwich stuff, it's all going to be right there. And if you happen to be interested in my sub-sandwich stuff, and maybe I haven't had enough sub-sandwich content for you yet, which I don't know how that's possible. I have, like, I think over 60 fucking sub-sandwich reviews now. That's like over an hour of sub-sandwich reviews, folks. Come on now. It's too much. Too many sub-sandwich reviews. Never enough sub-sandwich reviews. But it's important to remember that Sunday is SUBday. Sunday is the day when I go over there and upload my sub-sandwich reviews. So if you like my sub-sandwich reviews, that's where it's going to be. But anyway, what am I reviewing for y'all? What are we doing? Boom, it's a sub-sandwich, clearly. This is a sub-sandwich from Asti Italian Deli, which is a local spot to me. So sorry if you're watching this and you're in Hoboken and you're like, damn it, I wanted to try that. Well, you know, you can come to, you know, make a trek if you want, but maybe you could order from them and do like a Grubhub thing and they'll take it to Hoboken. That would be a not fun bill to pay. But this is their club sub sandwich. It consists of turkey, ham, roast beef, provolone, mayo, tomato, lettuce, and onions. And it's a 10-inch sub. People have asked me to bring up the price whenever I can remember. This cost me $8.99 for a 10-inch sub. Now, I have reviewed a few things from Asti before. I did their Italian sub. I did their, what was it? The roast beef sub. And then I just got through reviewing their cheesy beef sub. So this one is their club sub. And I actually did a club sub sandwich review from Potbelly not too long ago. The Clubby, which is a hidden menu item. Go watch that review. I will say this. It didn't look quite like this. Because, folks, boom, that's what it looks like. Boom. That's a fucking good-looking sub. Can we please, with the lighting? Can we? I don't know. If I bring it in, will that help? I don't know, but whatever, man. Let's eat a sub sandwich. I like sub sandwiches, clearly. All right. Kind of press it down and squish it in a little bit. Let's give it a go. A lot of meat. One thing I definitely appreciate about Asti and most like actual proper delis, they're going to give you a good amount of meat. That is not bad, man. That is not bad at all. That is a lot of things I like about a cold sub. Whoa. Love the bread. Perfect kind of bread. Firm on the outside, soft on the inside. Got some bite to it. Love it. That's a good sub, man. I will say, it's very different from the club sandwich sub from Potbelly. With Potbelly, I feel like they were really trying to emulate the overall taste that you get from a club sandwich. And I think in that regard, I think they did a better job. But I think with this one, it's trying to be a sub sandwich first. It's not trying to be a club sandwich, it's just a club sub. It's just, hey, we're taking some stuff that's inside of a club sandwich, we're putting it inside of a sub sandwich. There you go. I like both for different reasons. I like the Potbelly one because, again, I do appreciate the fact that it is, like, it actually does a pretty damn good job of emulating that club sandwich taste. This one I love because it's a much more true to sub sandwich. You know, it's just a really good cold sub sandwich, man. I like this a lot. And even with the onions, because I'm not the biggest onion guy. But when you go over there, if you have a lot of meat and everything is fresh and everything works really well, onions are perfectly fine. And they actually add a nice little extra something to the eating experience. That's definitely the case here. This is pretty much exactly what I want out of a cold sub sandwich. It is a meat-forward sandwich where the meat tastes really good, really fresh. Like it's definitely quality deli meat, for sure. The provolone is nice. I like some provolone. I think it works really well with a sub sandwich because it's got character, but it's not trying to overtake the sub. And I think that, it just works really well, and there's a reason why a lot of subs use provolone. The veggies taste fresh. The bread is good. Like I said, man, this is pretty much just exactly like when I think of a cold sub sandwich, this is pretty much exactly what I want. The mayo's really good too. I like that. It's got that nice tanginess to it. I'm guessing it's like a deli mayo. But yeah, man, the great thing about a sub sandwich is that fundamentally it's not a complicated thing. It's a very simple thing, but you have to do it right. And 99% of the time, if you're going to a proper deli like Asti's, they're going to give you a really good sub sandwich. Because they know, hey, you got to use the right type of bread. You got to use good meat. You got to use fresh veg. As long as you do all that stuff and put it together the right way, it's going to work. This one works really well in that regard. Now, like I said, well, okay, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Would I get it again? Yes, absolutely I would. Well, I wouldn't put Asti as being in the outright upper echelon of sub sandwich places that I've been. They're like one tier below it, you know, and that's still good company to be in. I've had everything that I've had from them, I've enjoyed. And this, I would say, might be my favorite thing that I've had from them so far. I really enjoyed the sub a lot. As for recommending it to other people, I mean, if you were asking me, hey, you know, is this the best spot to get a cold sub? I would say, well, I could maybe toss out a few names to you. Not many. But I will say that, you know, if you're in the area and you're just like, hey, you know, just stop in and grab a sub, I do think that this is a really, really solid sub. So, like, yeah, there's places that might have a little bit more preference for me personally, but in terms of creating a good quality, especially a good quality cold sub, this fucking hit the nail on the head. So, of course, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to say, yeah, man, Asti's is a quality place. I think, you know, when I try out a new spot, I mean, it's not exactly new at this point, but, you know, when I'm trying out a new place, I can only give so much of a recommendation because I have a limited to work with. I would say after 4 sub sandwiches that I've had from Asti, I can safely say they know what the fuck they're doing with their sandwiches. And while, again, they might not be my outright favorite, I do think that, again, they do a really good job. Like, they're not doing anything wrong. It's just that maybe the few places that I would put above them, maybe they're just doing something a little bit different that appeals to me a little bit more. But this is a really good sub. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of week, Monday, Mentor, month, Independence rest of year. And folks, you go over there, have yourselves a truly subtastic, well, that doesn't sound right, a sub-sandwich-tastic rest of your life, I guess. Because, again, man, it's about, sub sandwich is like, it's like a metaphor for life, man. It's about simplicity. It's about having a simple overall structure with complexity and deliciousness within. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm here every day. I'm the same planet with y'all, folks. At least the time I'm doing this. Who knows? Shit happens, right? Sadly. It is important when we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out a delicious sub sandwich from a local deli spot. You know, maybe if you're in the area, Asti's. Maybe, you know, if you're nowhere near me, a lot of my fans aren't. I have to recommend, I mean, it's not always possible. Some, like I said, some of my fans have expressed the fact that, man, we just don't have the options, unfortunately. If you do, though, if maybe you're taking a vacation or something, it doesn't even have to be in Illinois, you know, just if you can find yourself a good Italian deli, a good sub sandwich spot, man, it's a thing of beauty. That'll make your whole day better. Or conversely, I don't know, man, hit up wherever you want to hit up. Maybe you're not a sub sandwich person, in which case, why are you watching my sub sandwich videos? Bye.